It's Zen Mama Llama. Thanks for joining me for some coffee talk. It's iced coffee today. Do you know your worth? Do you know your worth in every relationship you have? Spouse, child, parent, friends, coworker, boss. Do you know your worth in all those situations? And what does that mean? Like, do you know your true value? Do you believe that you have value to give to others? Do you know what your worth is? If you just answered no to that, stop, message me, let's talk. Because I guarantee you're going to find things that you do that are valuable for others that you're not even thinking about because of wherever you are in life. But you're valuable. And what do you value? What, if you close your eyes, what are the top 3 things that come to mind that you value when you close your eyes? I'll tell y'all, mine's my family, my babies, my cats, my husband. Yeah, you. I value them. Everything I do in life. Ooh! Everything I do in life is for these little things. You're so cute. I know it. You're the cutest little pumpkin. See, I love my mama. She's in my spot. Yeah, I'm in his spot. That's probably what his problem is. Okay, back to value. What do you like? We've thought about what you value in life real quick. So what do you like? Close your eyes. Top 3 things. Number 1, what do you like? Number 2, what do you like? Number 3, what do you like? Me? I love quiet time with a good book. I love snuggles and baby giggles. So what are the things that you like? Think about that. And what do you want or can you accomplish? Like, what are your goals in life? Top 3 goals. Or just come up with 1 goal. What's your top goal? If you close your eyes, what is something you would like to see for yourself in 5 years? Goals are scary. I get it. I used to be a girl who hated doing goals. And maybe I'll do a video on that another day. Goals are scary. Get over the shit. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you still in the same place? God, do not tell me you're still in the same place. No, don't tell me that. If you are, then let's talk. Okay, you see a theme here? Let's talk. Because we need to talk about things. We really do. Okay, back. What are you willing to put into a relationship? You want a new friend, but you're not willing to put the work into getting a new friend. Then do you really want that new friend? You want a new job, but you're not willing to update your resume or put it out there. Do you really want that new job? Or do you just want something to complain about? What are you willing to put up with? What are non-negotiables in a relationship, job? What are non-negotiables? I will tell you, a job for me is a strict environment that is not flexible. I won't work there. I also won't work in a job that makes me put on pantyhose or closed-toe shoes. Not gonna happen. Those are hard negotiables for me, hard passes, because I know that I will be absolutely miserable in a job like that. I work best at home, I work best alone, and I work best not micromanaged. I will give you some freaking amazing work if I'm not micromanaged. But if you micromanage me, my creativity is gone and I'm just done. Just done. So what are you willing to put up with? In relationships, what are you willing to put up with? Are you seeing some red flags? Are you feeling emotionally exhausted or completely stressed out when you're hanging out with a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, I would say husband or wife, but honestly, if you're at that point with your husband or wife, you probably need counseling. So I'm just going to ignore those portions. I'm going to focus on the things that are easy to change in this few minutes that I have your attention. So if you hang out with somebody, regardless of who it is, and they leave you stressed out or emotionally drained, meaning you're exhausted, or you're now angry because they're so angry, or you're so sad because they're so sad, that is a little different. I'm talking about the people who just exhaust you, the people who go out of their way to control you or intimidate you in some way, always giving you a guilt trip on things like, oh, it sure would have been nice if you could have come and seen me. Oh, you want to go hang out with your girls instead of staying home with me for a home-cooked dinner and a massage? Yeah, I would. Where are you? It's midnight. Shouldn't you be home by now? Oh, your outfit looks really cute if you were going to the gym. Oh, I just loved the way you put so much thought into this presentation. However, I have a lot of changes to make, but it's really good. Do you have somebody who's constantly playing the victim? Everything in life is their fault. Not their fault. It's somebody else's fault. It's never their fault. Stick with me. I'm losing my brain here. Nothing is ever their fault, ever. Nothing. Nothing ever is their fault. Nothing. That's a red flag. Whether it's your coworker, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, like I said, that's a red flag. And some of you are probably thinking, well, my parents do this. You're right. I know we all have somebody in our life who guilt trips or gets jealous easily. Jealousy is more for relationships. I mean, I would say coworker too, because you can have coworkers that are jealous. You can have friends that are jealous over you. There's a lot of people who are unhappy with themselves. And when they're unhappy with themselves, they get jealous easily. But if you're in a relationship with somebody and you can't even say hey to the cashier without your significant other like jumping down your throat or getting mad because they're jealous, that's a red flag. If they're always overly defensive about things that shouldn't at all matter, like if you go, oh, I saw you said hey to Jamie the other day, and then they're like, she's just a friend. That's your red flag. There's more to it. If they're constantly accusing you of cheating, they're either really insecure, which is a red flag, or they're toxic, which is another red flag. Now, one red flag, maybe two, not a huge deal. But if you're starting to see a pattern, if you can't, like for work, if you're being micromanaged, or even in a relationship, if somebody's always over your shoulder, somebody's always looking at who you're texting, who you're talking to, who you're messaging, always has to be like you never can go anywhere by yourself, that's a red flag. They may treat you amazingly, but what's going to happen when you stand up for yourself? And if you do stand up for yourself, what happens? Do they get angry? Do they throw things when they get angry? To pick on my husband, when we first got married, he's really bad about throwing shit when he gets mad. Like, he just takes whatever item is frustrating him and tosses it. Not at anybody. It's just what he does. And I kept telling him, just take a deep breath, walk away. But when we have kids, you gotta chill. Like, that can't happen. So he didn't listen. Of course, like, he threw things, and the kids started throwing things. And he was like, oh, I gotta stop. You gotta And he did. He can stop. Not a red flag. Like, he doesn't ever hurt us. But had he thrown shit at me, that's a red flag. I need to leave. I know my worth. Like, I know my worth. You need to know your worth. Your worth, you may be able to handle somebody who cheats or lies, and you're okay with it. But for me, I am not okay with that. I know my worth, and I know what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept. I don't ever want to feel insecure in a relationship. And once my trust is broken, whether it's friendship or a romantic relationship, that's hard to overcome. Now, I'm never going to say never, but I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. Thankfully, my husband is pretty amazing and does love me quite a bit. So that's a plus. But for those of you who are out there dating, you're a queen. And if you act like a queen, you give them respect. You treat them the way you want to be treated. If you want to be a queen, you treat them like a king. If you want a good boss, you be a good employee. And if at that point you're being your best behavior and you're still not meshing, then there's something else there. But if you know your worth, truly inside of you what you're worth, you want to accept anything less. I heard one of my friend's daughters, I was so proud of her. She had a bad experience. The guy she was dating post pictures of somebody else that he was dating on, one of the social medias. And now he's trying to like talk to her again. And she's like, no. She knows her worth. She knows what she's willing to accept and what she's not willing to accept. Ladies, listen up. This is going to be for the ladies right now and men, but really, I think ladies need to hear this. And there's a book out there called He's Not That Into You. Read it. It's a good read. There's also a movie if you want to watch the movie instead. But I'll sum it up for you. If they don't text you back, they're not into you. If they constantly try to fight and argue with you, they're not that into you. If they're constantly playing a victim and making you out to be the bad guy, they're not that into you. In fact, they're probably pretty toxic and you need to stay the fuck away from them. If they ain't got a job and can't pay their own bills, stay away from them. They ain't gonna use you. Okay, I feel like I should go into a whole series on He's Not That Into You. So I'm just going to wrap this one up today and just say, know your worth. Know your worth, know your worth, know your worth. And if you don't know your worth, find a friend, find somebody who will help you learn your worth. Because I guarantee you, you are worth more than you are accepting or expecting. I don't know which word I'm trying to use there. But if you feel your life is crappy right now and that nothing goes your way, look internally. That worth comes and starts from you. If you do not know your worth, nobody else is going to treat you that way. Never. Know your worth. Don't accept less. Treat others with respect. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And know your worth. Okay, sorry for the long rant, but it was needed.